I think it's significant what's going on with Deshaun Watson. And I've tried to be on top of covering this story, put my lawyer hat on for you now. I watched much of the press conference of the plaintiff's attorney, in this case, Tony Busby, as he had two of the women who have accused Deshaun Watson of sexual assault come forward and tell their stories and no longer remain anonymous. And I thought their stories were fairly powerful because these women have been criticized and people have said, well, the reason why you're filing these lawsuits is because you're just trying to get paid. And I thought that the argument was pretty profound and sad and powerful. They said, no, we're not actually after money. We want to keep Deshaun Watson from taking advantage of other women, from assaulting other women in our positions. And we think that he would continue to do that if we hadn't spoken out. And I thought that was a pretty compelling statement that they made. Also significant, these women, two of them, now say they have talked to the Houston Police Department and they are now cooperating as a part of that investigation, which makes me think that if they are cooperating and the Houston Police Department is finding their stories to be compelling, then there's a very good chance that Deshaun Watson could get charged with criminal sexual assault as well. There are other investigations that are taking place simultaneously also, and all of this is piling up in a way that is in no way favorable to Deshaun Watson. And I have been telling you for a while that you have to consider any legal case on the spectrum of potential outcomes, and there are a large variety of them. And to me, what is going on right now is Deshaun Watson is continuing to have worse outcomes become more likely. At this point, I would be very surprised if Deshaun Watson plays football anywhere in 2021. And I am increasingly of the opinion that there may well be criminal charges filed in this case on top of the 22 civil lawsuits that have already been filed alleging sexual assault. I don't know when or if Deshaun Watson is going to be able to clean up any of this legal mess anytime in the near future. And to me right now, there are three main threats to Deshaun Watson. The NFL personal conduct investigation, which is the least significant, but will certainly lead to a suspension at minimal. The civil lawsuits, in which Deshaun Watson is potentially going to have to pay, maybe, who knows, tens of millions of dollars in penalties in order to settle these lawsuits. And the most significant of all, the potential criminal investigation, which could mean that Deshaun Watson could face years in prison, and he could face the legitimate end of his NFL football career if charges of a significant enough nature are brought in this cases, and if a jury were, if the event went to trial, if a jury were to find these women to be compelling and were to find against Deshaun Watson, he could be facing years in prison. So to me, best case scenario, Deshaun Watson doesn't play at all in 2021 and these legal cases get resolved. Worst case scenario, Deshaun Watson never plays football again and he may go to prison for years. This story is massive because of the potential range of outcomes that are still available out there.